right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Daylife in Japan, pixel art jigsaw puzzle. The title is pretty much what's in the tin. It's
It actually says series, but it's the first one in the series, so
yeah.
in the file name on the Switch, it says series.
Well, it could be handled a bit differently on the Switch.
Oh, never mind. It's in the cover art, but it's not in the actual file name. Whatever.
Yeah, because this is a series on PC. I don't know how many of these are on the Switch.
I didn't see any other ones searching the eShop, but that doesn't mean much.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of these on Steam. It's just for whatever reason, Qbyte decided that the Daylife in Japan one would be the first to hit the Switch. Yeah, this is another Qbyte Minimal Games joint, though no chess this time, just jigsaw puzzles.
Petty, you might want to bop the little information icon. It tells you what the actual controls are.
Yeah. And anyway, this is a jigsaw puzzle game where you assemble a not picture of the Daylife in Japan, but pixel art of that.
Yeah, a pixel art with a fairly short looping animation.
And
nothing super dramatic, just like a guy's cigarette as smoke is waving and there are a couple of cats wagging their tails.
And yeah, we got the Nintendo Switch version, so the Galix is handling this review. I guess the first question is, how many puzzles are in the puzzle game?
One.
So is it just like
there's the one pattern design. There are 5 difficulty levels, and those determine how many pieces it's broken up into.
Well, how many pieces are each?
I honestly didn't freaking count all the way, but let's see. On relaxing, which is the one Petty Fan selected, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. It's like 60-ish. I don't know. And on, like, it doesn't say how many it is.
Fair enough.
It's just, it breaks it up. Compared to this one, the fun level, which is the one I did first, is about, the pieces are about half the size, I think. By which I mean half, so like 4 pieces would fit inside each piece here. And on the actual hard difficulty, I think it's like possibly 3 or 5 instead of 2. It's a lot of pieces. They're very small. I do not actually recommend doing the hard difficulty on the Switch in tabletop mode.
That'd be something if you're like on.
So yeah, the animation for this is pretty basic. The art is nice. I kind of wish there was more than one fucking puzzle, but I guess they're sold separately as entirely different games. For
naturally.
some reason. Instead of as like fucking DLC or something. The functions that I had Petty Fan show are... Well, first off, this is easier than assembling an actual puzzle. For the initial reasons why it's easier are the pieces are all rectified, like none of them are upside down or sideways. And if you get them correct, they snap into place.
Right.
Even also, if there's no do on it. Yeah, the other thing is, Petty Fan, hold the right mouse button.
Okay.
You can at any time see the actual full design and where everything goes on it. So if you have a piece, you can pretty trivially figure out. You can not do that and make it a little harder for yourself. But compared to doing an actual puzzle, this is trivially easy. It's relaxing. The music is nice. It's a vaguely Japanese sounding lo-fi deal. The controls on the Switch are fine. You can either use touch controls, which is the only way I could figure out to pop the info button. But there's also, you can move it around with the stick and press A to pick things up and put them down. I don't have a whole ton to say here, honestly, because it's a jigsaw puzzle. AKA one of the simplest gameplay experiences in the world.
And it's just the one jigsaw puzzle at that?
Yeah. Like, it would be more interesting if there was... that one goes away up high. It's a cat sitting on a friggin' rooftop air conditioner thing.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. So, in terms of pricing, the Nintendo Switch version is on sale, where it's the PC pricing. The PC version goes for $2. The Nintendo Switch version goes for $4.
Yeah, for $2, fine. $4 is a little steep.
Yeah. In the terms of the Steam version, yeah, this is one of a series called the High Quality Jigsaw Puzzle bundle, where it's got a whole bunch.
It's part of a bundle. I don't think they're actually all. Those are all actually by the same people.
Right. My mistake there. But my point is, you can get many Jigsaw puzzle games for $16.04. I'm like, and I'm going to assume a baseline competency here. I know we don't usually do that, but the fucking Jigsaw puzzle games, like, if you screw up this, you're doing something special.
I mean, the game tells you when you're doing things right and wrong, basically. If the thing locks into place, you put the puzzle and you put the piece in the right place.
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, it's to emulate the fact that with a normal jigsaw puzzle, you can look at the box cover, but those are usually, if not always, different size. So I've been fooled by actual jigsaw puzzle covers where some important detail was cracked. It was in the cracks between pieces or something, and I've made a mistake that way. All the way left, second from the bottom.
I see it.
Sorry, I've solved this puzzle 3 times, so I kind of know where stuff goes.
Yeah. One of these days, we're going to launch a series. Galax help Petty solve puzzles.
Yeah, and it's not. It's a decent experience, but it's not a challenging one if you're really into, like, okay, the small piece ones will be challenging just because the pieces are so small.
Right.
But other than that, that's really the only challenge. Moving stuff around is fairly easy. You can check like how stuff lines up with the thing pretty freely. Which is one of the big challenges with jigsaw puzzles usually.
Yeah. Also worth noting, this does come in a different package called the All Minimal Games Bundle, which is every game that Minimal Games has put out thus far. And does include quite a few games we've reviewed at this point, but not enough where we could give a certain actual recommendation or not, since there are quite a few games here.
And like, jigsaw puzzles are not cheap usually, but this also has no actual physical component, so
right. Even if it were, this would probably be on the easier side. Like, I don't think this would be a 5,000 puzzle juggernaut here.
Well, and even if it was, the segments of this particular puzzle compared to other puzzles like that I've done as actual jigsaw puzzles, there are fairly little in the way of confusing colors. Like, all of the purple stuff is the curtain hanging off of the thing. All of the green is the city in the distance on the left.
Right.
The colors are fairly segmented, and like there are a couple of little bit of tricky bits, like the black and with the brown slats is a little bit bigger than it seems sometimes,
Mhm.
but it's not a whole big deal, really. It's not like one of those ones where like it's a picture of fucking billiard balls and you don't know, since there are two balls of each color, just one of them has a stripe, you don't know which red ball that is necessarily, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anything else on Daylife in Japan here?
Not really. I'm surprised I was able to say this much. It's a jigsaw puzzle. It's a pretty simple jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
But it can be fun and relaxing, and the music is pretty nice. And the only
Cool.
reward you get for completing it is getting to see the whole animation at full screen size, which is slightly bigger than the size you're working at because it gives you a rather large mat for the pieces to be on.
Right.
Pettyfan also hasn't used it because he hasn't needed to because he's playing on the easy setting, but there is a button that will reshuffle all of the non-locked in pieces, which can be helpful if you're trying to find something and can't.
Okay.
That's about
Any-
it.
All right. So that'll about do it for Daylife in Japan here.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to tune in after the break as Twilight Winter will be reviewing SJ19 Learns to Love.